I would like to know exactly what we are in this world for. I believe in a definite instinct in these things. For example, suppose you keep two cats, a tom and a bitch, shut up together from when they are kittens. You keep them away from all contact with the outside world, so they only have their instincts left. Sooner or later, the cat will become pregnant, even though they had no example to follow.
My mother once said to me, to have a child, the man to whom you're married to you must love. Loved, you see, as you can only love your husband. You must love him very much with your whole heart in a way that can't be put into words. You must love him, Wendla, in a way that you certainly can't love at your age. I've got a sister who's been married 2.5 years, and I'm an aunt 3 times. And I have no idea how it all happens.
Is it really you, Wendla? What are you doing up here on your own? I've been wandering through for 3 hours without meeting a soul. If you look up through the branches, it hypnotizes you. Wendla, I wanted to ask you something for weeks.
What did you want to ask me, Melchior?
I know you often visit the poor, Wendla, and take them food, clothes and money. Do you go because you want to, or does your mother send you?
Mostly mother sends me. They're poor working class families with too many children. And we've got a lot of leftovers lying about in cupboards, and we'll never use them. What made you think of that?
Are you pleased when your mother sends you?
Very pleased. How can you ask?
But the children are dirty. The women are sick. The rooms are crowded with filth.
That's not true, Melchior. And even if it were true, I'd go to them even more.
Why even more, Wendla?
I'd go to them even more. It would bring me far more happiness to be able to help them.
So you go to the poor to make yourself happy?
I go to them because they're poor.
But if it didn't make you happy, you wouldn't go?
Can I help it if it makes me happy?
I was right. And for that you go to heaven. Wendla, what did you dream about when you were in the grass by the stream?
Nonsense, silly things.
With your eyes open?
I dreamt I was a poor beggar girl, and I was sent out on the streets every morning before 5. I had to beg from brutal, heartless people. And when I came home with hunger and cold, and when I didn't have all the money my father wanted, I was beaten. Beaten.
I understand, Wendla. You got that from silly children's books. But I promise you there aren't many brutal people like that anymore.
Oh no, you're wrong, Melchior. Martha Bessel is beaten night after night, and you can see the wheels the next day. What she must suffer. It makes me hot when I think about it. I often have to cry in my pillow in the middle of the night. I've been thinking for months how I can help her. I would happily take her place, even just for 1 week.
The father should be reported immediately. Then they would take the child away.
I've never been hit in my whole life, Melchior, not even once. I can hardly imagine what it's like to be beaten. I had to beaten myself to know what it does to you. It must be a horrifying feeling.
I don't believe it ever makes a child better.
What?
Being beaten.
With this switch, for example. How springy and thin.
That would draw blood.
Would you like to beat me with it once?
Who?
Me?
What's the matter, Vendla?
There is no harm in it.
Oh, be quiet, I won't beat you.
But if I let you do it...
Are you out of your mind?
But if I ask you for it, Melchior...
If you can ask for something like that.
Please. Please. Please.
I teach you to ask.
I cannot feel it at all.
Of course not through all your skirts.
Then beat my legs.
Vendla!
Oh, God. You're only stroking me, stroking me.
Wait, you bitch! I thrust behind of you.
Here's where you've crept to.
Go away. Just go away.
What is it? Why are you hiding your face?
Get out, or I throw you down on the threshing floor.
Well, now I certainly won't go. Come out in the fields with me, Melchior. It's sticky and gloomy here. It doesn't matter to us if we get soaked.
I can hear your heartbeat.
Don't kiss me, Melchior. Don't kiss me. No. No. No, you love when you kiss. No.
I don't love you any more than you love me.
No. Sometimes I'm so happy. There is so much joy and the sunshine is so bright. I want to go out and walk over the fields when it's dusk and look for primroses and sit and dream by the river. But then I remember I have a baby in here. But it's just not possible. We were just lying in the hay. And I never loved anyone but my mother. Then this toothache starts. And I think that tomorrow is the day I shall die. I feel hot and cold. Everything goes dark. And the monster flutters in.
Why her and not me? Why not the guilty? Providence or a riddle? One crime leads to another. I haven't got the strength to finish it. It was not wrong. No one has ever walked over graves and been so full of envy. The wind whistles on each gravestone in a different key. Listen, the voices of pain. The wreaths are rotting on the marble crosses. Even the devil would run away. Height races and howls. There's evergreen round this one. Evergreen. A girl. Here rests in God Wendla Bergman, born 5th of May in 1878, died of anemia 27th of October in 1892. Blessed are the pure in heart. And I murdered her. I am her murderer. Now there's nothing. I mustn't cry here. I must go away. I must go.